how about this for a tough choice early on? Which direction they go here is going to say a lot about what this team wants to do. Yeah, I don't think you needed a crystal ball to see that pick coming. That's all about loyalty and familiarity right there. Oh, no need to worry about this guy. Just plug him right into the starting role, and he'll be a massive upgrade. Still a long way to go in this draft, but if you can lock up a few key positions here in the first few picks, it's a great luxury to have. So, with a handful of starters already nailed down, you have to ask yourself, do you dare go for depth, or do you just try to cover as many areas of the field as possible? This is a pretty telling pick here. Do you go for a big bruiser up front, or get yourself someone who could be a difference maker at a skill position? One Steeler's been selected already, and it probably wouldn't be maybe not a huge upgrade over what they had already, but they're certainly building up some depth there. Tough call here. Do you try and get tougher up front, or get yourself a player in what we call a skill position? And I think that pick comes to the surprise of nobody. You had to figure they lean that way if a player from that team became available. Boy, it's finger crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be hoping that there's still a gem or two that becomes available. And now, which side of the football will they address here? Some interesting options either way. Whoever's making the final decision here might have a coordinator in each year. Do you go offense or defense? Boy, a tough choice here, but one that any organization would love to have. How do you go wrong with these three guys? Still a few holes on this roster and not a lot of time left to do anything about it. Yeah, that's the kind of guy who can elevate that entire unit. He's a very talented addition. Boy, we've just gotten started here, and already these guys have been handed a really difficult decision to make. Yeah, no surprise here. Anytime you can get your hands on a player of his caliber, I think you pretty well have to pull the trigger. And these guys are going to get themselves a great player here, whether it's A, B, or C. The Panthers have been represented once already in this draft. Is a second about to come off here? These middle rounds are where your decisions can really impact your... Well, not too tough to see into the thought process of that pick. Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at a playmaker type spot? Where to now? Do you get yourself a big brute for the trenches, or someone who can really help you out at the playmaking type spot? In these middle rounds, you have to start asking yourself, do you settle for what's available now, or do you try and push your luck? Now it's getting to the time of the draft where you really want to get lucky and hope somebody falls into your lap. Washington's been represented once already in this draft. Could one of his teammates be about to join him? It's the age-old question on draft day. What's the bigger need, offense? Oh, no question that this guy's going to grade out as a huge impact over what was there before. Boy, it's finger-crossing time now. With the end in sight and a few more holes to fill, you've got to be... Yeah, I think with that pick, you're just looking to build up your core. Get some guys in here that can help round out the roster. Yeah, I think they got the best player there, and they got a guy that fills a big need, so that's an excellent choice.